We've all been there. You walk into the kitchen and it looks like a confetti factory exploded, except the confetti is actually your tax returns. Your blood pressure spikes, you open your mouth to yell, but then you see it. The lowered head, the tucked tail, those massive watery eyes that seem to say, "Please, I know I messed up." It's the ultimate canine get-out-of-jail-free card. But have you ever wondered if your dog actually feels bad about what they did? Or are they just world-class actors manipulating your emotions to avoid a bath? Today, we're decoding the dog apology. We're going beyond the surface to see what's really happening in that furry head of theirs. The science of the guilty look, anthropomorphism. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of canine communication. We're breaking down the signs of a dog apology, the science behind that guilty face, and, most importantly, how you should react to keep your bond strong. In fact, science suggests, regardless of whether they actually ate a forbidden treat or not, they were simply responding to their owner's angry body language. Fact: dogs are masters of reading our cortisol levels. They can smell your stress before you even realize you're angry. What we call an apology is actually a peace offering. In the wild, wolves use these same gestures to prevent conflict within the pack. If a lower-ranking wolf upsets the alpha, they perform a submissive display to say, "I acknowledge your status. Please don't kick me out of the cave." Your dog isn't apologizing for the rug. They're apologizing for upsetting you. Sign number 1, the whale eye and the puppy look. The first and most obvious sign is the whale eye. This is when your dog tilts their head away but keeps their eyes fixed on you, showing the whites of their eyes. Did you know? Dogs have evolved a specific muscle called the levator anguli oculi medialis, which allows them to raise their inner eyebrows. Wolves don't have this. This muscle makes their eyes look larger and more infant-like, triggering a nurturing response in the human brain. It's an evolutionary hack. By looking like a helpless baby, they make it physically harder for your brain to stay angry. They are literally hacking your oxytocin levels to stay in your good graces. Sign number 2, the language of ears and tails. Now let's look at the extremities. A sorry tail isn't a happy tail. A happy wag is broad and involves the whole hips. An apology wag is low, fast, and jittery, almost like a nervous vibration. Interesting fact: if the tail wags more to the left, it often indicates negative emotions or stress. If it's tucked tightly between the legs, they are trying to cover their scent glands. It's the canine version of "I'm not here, I'm invisible." Combine that with ears pinned back against the skull, and your dog is making themselves as aerodynamic and small as possible. In dog language, small equals non-threatening. They are trying to shrink their presence until the human storm passes. Sign number 3, the apology sneeze and the heavy sigh. Here's a sign most people miss. The sneeze. Have you ever noticed your dog sneezing during a tense moment? In the dog world, this is a calming signal. It's their way of saying, "I'm just playing," or "let's take the tension down a notch." It's a literal reset button for their nervous system. And then there's the sigh. If your dog walks to their bed and lets out a massive, dramatic huff, they aren't being a teenager. That sigh is a physiological release. When a dog's eyes are half closed and they sigh, it means they feel safe enough to let go of the stress. It's the final peace sign in their apology ritual. It means they trust that you've forgiven them. The myth of crying. Look at our thumbnail, that sad dog with the tears. While it looks heartbreaking, dogs don't actually cry tears of sadness. Their tear ducts drain into their nasal cavity. However, recent studies from Japan suggest that dogs' eyes do well up with moisture when they reunite with their owners or seek forgiveness, thanks to a surge in oxytocin. So while they aren't sobbing, their eyes literally do sparkle with more emotion when they are trying to bond with you. That pleading look is backed by real chemistry, body language, hidden signs, licking lips. In puppies, this is a way to beg food from their mother. In adult dogs, it's a sign of ultimate trust and recognition of you as their primary provider and protector. Physiological reset buttons. Shaking. When a dog shakes its body vigorously, like after a bath, while in a dry room, it literally releases pent-up adrenaline and tension. This is a sign that the stress phase has passed. Stress yawning. Yawning demonstratively in front of an angry owner is a dog's way of calming itself and signaling to you, "I'm not a threat, let's calm down." Heavy sighing. This is the physiological finale of the apology process. If the dog lies down and exhales deeply, it feels the conflict has been resolved and it is safe again. Behavioral psychology, gift giving. When a dog brings you a toy or object, even one it just chewed on, it's using a displaced attention tactic. It's trying to redirect your aggression toward the toy object, turning your anger into mercy. Tears effect. Although dogs can't cry from grief, their tear ducts are structured differently. When they see a beloved owner or during a moment of reconciliation, their eyes become more wet due to a sudden surge of joy hormones. How to respond and wrap up. So, how should you react? If you catch them in the act, a firm no is fine. No if the crime happened an hour ago. Your dog won't understand why you're yelling. The best thing to do? Acknowledge their peace offering. Once they show submission, give them a task, like sit, and then praise them. This moves them from a state of fear to a state of obedience and reward. Your dog loves you more than they love that chewed-up shoe. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the canine mind, bark that like button and subscribe. How does your dog say sorry? Let us know in the comments. We'll see you in the next one.